Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here, where I talk about my favorite thing, the entire world, cryptocurrency. That's right. We're going to have a catch-up video today with MONSTRO's project which we mentioned last week. We're going to check out their ROI DAPP, which launched and is doing quite well. And we're going to have a little bit of a deeper dive into their ecosystem because, you know me, I like NFTs, so I've been looking at them. Okay, so first let's just come into the market, and we can understand that MONSTRO's is on the Binance Smart Chain and Polygon, but the DAPP we're going to be looking at is using BNB token. Now BNB has had a very interesting 2023 where we had kind of a lot of stability in the early parts of 2023. As you can see, we pretty much didn't want to go below 300 for a long time from January. Little dip there, but generally always above 300. But then the end of the world came and we dumped all the way down to 211. Recently, with the resignation of CZ and the new checks and bells and whistles that have been added to Binance Central Exchange, has recovered the confidence in the token, and we've managed to come back up above $300 quite quickly, actually. If we go to the max, of course, we can see in the last bull run, we were hitting above $600. So it could be seen as quite an easy double from this point now of doubling your money in BNB. So of course, a good play without doing anything at all would be just if you hold BNB, hold it for 6 months and you might just have double your money, right? That's one thing that you should always be aware of. You don't have to go high risk all the time. You can learn about these things and then consider it, but never use all of your bag into the high risk DAPP. I use my gambling funds to play around in them, right? And I really advise that that's what you do too. So, not everyone's going to tell you to do this. A lot of people are just going to try to shill their link to get you to go in with their ref, and then you're going to go in, they're going to make lots of money, and you're not. Can happen, right? I like this project, and they have checks and little control mechanisms inside their contract to make sure that that won't happen to everyone that goes into this high-risk contract. It's called MONSTRO.fun, and the game is called DEGENZ, right? Quite simple site. This is it, right? This is it here. Boom. Sorry, that's my face. That's not the site. This is the site. So you can see we have available BNB that we're farming. We have invested BNB. We have claimed BNB, and we have remaining profit because they have a cap on how much profit you can make from this. At the moment, I'm just under double that I can make, 200%, okay? Then that would be me having to either deposit more capital or take a walk if I get my remaining profit out, okay? Now, at the same time, something else that really steps this aside from other ROI dApps is that even though it is fixed yield of 2% a day minimum, right? It can go up depending on the different factors we're going to discuss. But if they at any point realize that this is paying out too much and new money is not coming in, they can pause the contract, and then they guarantee that they will begin to repay everyone that's deposited into the platform in USDC. Because they know, like I know, like you know, that in the end of the day, fixed APR ROI DAPP is not sustainable forever. Yeah, we've seen it time and time again. We saw it with Farm of Fortune. We saw it with Mischief of Fortune. We've seen it with what was it called again? Community BUSD Farmer. Yeah, this is going years back, 3 years back, 4 years back. We're still doing this stuff, right? So they realize this, so that's why they're running it this way. We can check all that out in the white paper. I covered it in the last video of how exactly it does work, but it is called the zero loss guarantee. On top of that, if you own NFTs, you can start to boost your yield even further. So it's kind of a very degenerate game of how high an APR do you want to try and achieve, and how quickly can you get more BNB out of the contract than anyone else. And at some point, the dev is going to call it and say, okay, stop, time out, game over, right? Now we're just going to deal with the people who haven't ROI'd. If you've ROI'd, that's it. You've had your time. Good job. Move on to the next thing. Which is clever, right? Because we don't want to get into the situation that we've been into many times with these kind of dApps. So by owning these NFTs, NFT boosters, you can boost your fixed yield above what it is at the moment. So I have now 2 of these NFTs, raising my daily yield from 2% up to 0.5%, which is awesome. So I've been checking this out for a week. I had 0.4 BNB in this, and we are going to build our position with one more BNB. Before we get that in there, let's check what's been happening. The deposits are 666 BNB. When we talked about this last week, we were 200 BNB deposits. So it's tripled in BNB in the contract in a week, which is cool. Claimed from the contract has been 30 BNB so far. The liquidity is 303 BNB. They are farming with 200 BNB of it. And for marketing, they have 133 BNB. That's a big marketing budget, okay? So expect this to grow a lot. When finally we want to take our available, we can either choose to, we can claim it all into our pocket as profit. We can reinvest 25% of that and get a 2x on that. We can reinvest 50% of it and get a 2.5x on that. We can reinvest 75% of it and get a 3x on that reinvestment. Or we can reinvest all of it and get 4 times back on what we've reinvested with the 4x button. I've only been using this button because this kind of game is pretty much made for me. So let's take 1 BNB and deposit that into the contract, which will raise my investment from 0.4 to 1.4 BNB into Monstro's DEGENZ. Good stuff. I'm enjoying it. It's going really well, so I figured why not. Okay, we're in. Boom. Okay. Last thing I want to finish on with today's video is just to check out more about the Monstro's DEGEN and how it's all working, okay? So we come and click on this and we'll notice that they have a couple things. They have NFTs, they have a dashboard, and they have a wiki. We're going to check out the NFT sale and the dashboard. Let's check out the dashboard first. So the dashboard is going to show the payouts that they're sending to their NFT holders. We have here a cycle, 80/20 cycle, of different NFTs which receive their payment every month. So when for example, if I'm an NFT holder and last month I got payment for holding my NFT from their products, services, yield farming, external revenue pools, these kind of things, that means the month after that, I'll be back to the back of the line and someone else ahead of me will get the payment instead, right? Then as they get paid, I get closer to the front, then finally I get paid again. Okay, so it's kind of a sustainable way of paying out. They have their payout history listed right here from their NFT collection as well. Now you might be thinking, if you watch this channel a lot, Richie, that's quite similar to your project. It's like, yes, it is, which is great because I've been chatting to the dev team of Monstros and, you know, they're nice people. So I figured, let's make some videos because crypto is all about community, people building together with like-minded ethos, philosophy, helping everybody wins, right? And that's exactly what we do in the SCC. And that looks like what they're attempting to do as well in Monstros. So of course, if you are new to this channel and you're watching from the Monstro side, you can wander over and check out what we're doing with the SEC because we have an NFT collection and the NFT collection pays out passive income dividends every month. Yeah. And we have ROI DAPPs where we're building another one which will be released hopefully this month. We're still doing the UI. It's looking sweet. Contracts nice. And also we'll have NFT boosts, but in a different way, which is cool. Like, it's nice to see creative-minded, fair, and honest people building projects in the crypto space. So then, of course, the last thing you want to look at would be then the NFTs. You can come to Element and check them out here. So the one we were just looking at there is $120 to purchase. We then have the Farms Cycle B, which is 0.5 BNB. We have one for 2 BNB, which is the Monstros one, and 9 BNB for the Siege, Monstro Siege. We'll come back into Monstro and see this Siege one in the DEGEN app, which would raise your yield. You can find that these NFTs are quite expensive, but would raise your yield by 0.75%. Have other ones that will raise it by 1.5% or 1%, which is pretty good. The Farms NFT will raise it by 0.25%. Which is this one here for, would that be $150? BNB is about $300, so about $150 for that one too. Nice stuff. So this is the DEGENZ ecosystem. Nice little project on the Binance Smart Chain and I believe Polygon as well. I think the NFTs used to be on Polygon, but now they're on Binance Smart Chain. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments about that one. I don't know about that. But peace. Be good to each other. Check it out. Crypto Mischief. Don't get wrecked.